what was the title? Fastest rising star in 2023 in WWE. That's something, eh?
Sure. I mean, especially if you consider the humble beginnings from the beginning of the year. I was not meant to do much of anything. I don't think there were great expectations put upon me by anybody other than me. So at that point, when you look at how the year kind of shaped out, the crazy thing is that video even exists. Because again, I mean, just looking at the climb I had to make, and look, everybody's got their own story, everybody's got their own challenges in this business. But at the end of the day, I was battling a lot of political forces and things like that. When you look at a lot of people get hung up on the age, and look, when you're 25, like I am. Hey, there's nothing funny about that. No,
yeah, I trust you, mate.
No, but people see my age and they see the number and they're like, I don't know, man, is he going to be able to do it? Brother, I'm in the best damn shape, and I would say I'm well above and beyond half the guys who are in their 20s and 30s. So in that regard, when you got that going, you got the mind that I have been able to develop over 20 years of doing this. Look, I sound like I'm just giving myself a whole. Well, I can't say what I was going to say, but I'm giving myself a nice rub at this point, and I don't mean to, but you set me up for that, so here we are.
I'm really interested in both of you, how you got into it, because I know when I was a kid, it was like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker. We were all obsessed. Were you guys obsessed as young kids?
Yeah, I think we're very similar in the way that we were fans growing up. We watched guys like Stone Cold and The Undertaker and those guys, and like one day we want to be that, and that's the crazy thing that, especially as an Australian, like there's not too many Australians who have had the opportunity to do it. And it's only recent that's happened. So as a kid, I didn't think it was possible, but now, like, hopefully we're opening some doors. We get some more Australians out there because we're sick of these Americans taking all the spots on TV. We need some more Aussies.
Grayson, you were a school teacher though in Sydney, right? So how does that transition? How does that happen?
Yeah, well, it's in Australia. If you're a wrestler, like it's not possible to make a living off it. It's kind of something that you do on the weekends and that type of thing. So you do have to have a full-time job.
Yeah.
And I was a high school history teacher, which people don't kind of believe because of some of the horrendous things that I say on TV every week and that type of thing. But that was something fun that I did, and now WWE saw me on the right time and picked me up, and now I don't have to worry about teaching those kids anymore. Helping the next generation. Now I'm worried about myself.
So if they were playing up in the classroom, you'd just wrestle them?
No, never. We never touch the children at all in any way. But I can talk better than any they can. So if whatever smart kid in the class wants to say some stuff to me, I got no problem putting him in his place.
Right.
He's not going to say anything else again.
Right.
Is there any sort of prelude into the smack talk element that you guys undoubtedly one of the biggest things that I love about WWE is the rivalries. I'm interested in the rivalry between you two. But
yeah, we've got the security guy here just to make sure we don't start punching on in the studio, because it might happen. Because he says some wild stuff about me. He thinks he's smart. He says all these things to me, but he only does it when the security's around.
Wow,
he's funny, right? Look, he's all worried about me being over here. I'm stealing his thunder, this, that, whatever. Thunder from down under. Yeah. But here's the thing. You're talking about the trash talk and all this kind of stuff. For me, when I was growing up and watching this, if you couldn't talk, I just wasn't into you. And so for me, that was always the thing. I wanted to be able to make sure that I could not only do my job in the ring, but also come and just give you a walking soundtrack at the same time and just talk all the trash.
How good is that?
Daniel Vito played for the Canberra Raiders. This is a question without notice, so sorry. Daniel Vito played for the Canberra Raiders. Is he still in the WWE?
Yeah, he's still around. Zion Quinn is his name.
Yeah.
Zion, I think he's been away for a little bit, but he's a big boy. I was trying to explain to LA yesterday what a winger is.
Yeah,
right.
Trying
to explain, like, it's like a wide receiver in football.
Yeah.
Everything that has an sound or an E sound on the end of it just sounds like Aussie slang.
Yeah,
so
but we use it. It's a winger.
Winger, mate. Go have a feed.
Yeah, he was a winger.
And you've been talking about cricket as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to teach him. Cricket's a hard sell for Americans. Like the moment you say 5 days for a test match, it's kind of, and I try to explain but it's about being there in the crowd and drinking the beers and making the beer snake. Like, you're not really even watching half the cricket.
In America, people talk about baseball games being long when they go 4 or 5 hours. 5 days, what?
Maybe T20 is your entry point. The Big Bash that's going on at the moment. There's a good game that's on tonight in Perth, actually. Yeah, watch that.
Yeah, we'll definitely be paying attention. We'll watch that. The Scorchers, who are they playing?
The Sixers.
The Sydney Sixers, your favourite team.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
of course. Longtime fans of them.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Perth, and that just gets me thinking Elimination Chamber. That's coming up in a month. We got tickets still available, Ticketmaster. Got to plug that. Got to mention that because it's going to be one of the biggest shows, if not the biggest show, happening here in Australia in February, Elimination Chamber.
It is a very quick trip for you guys. You barely get to sleep. What are you doing while you're here? I know you're going out to the Penrith Panthers because I will be there as well, covering it for Channel 7. So what are you doing at the Panthers?
So I'm a diehard Sydney Roosters fan.
Oh, okay.
So this is I still feel a bit sick
So
that I
you're
have to do this,
gonna
but we
be
actually have
for you.
we have a custom plated WE Championship belt
Okay.
for the Panthers. Obviously they've
So
won.
it's going to be extra special when you give it to them personally.
Oh, and the thing about the Panthers are these guys, they're kind of similar to us. They love talking online. They're very confident guys, but it's because they know how good they are, and you got to kind of appreciate that regardless of who you go for. But I'm excited to actually hand out because we've been doing it for the NFL teams for a long time and different sport teams in America. I'm glad we're finally giving one to an Australian team. So we'll head over there and I'll begrudgingly hand over the W Championship belt to the Panthers.
I think you're seeing James Fisher-Harris too, who I think he could look like in play. You could recruit him.
Yeah, there's some big boys there, and
Yeah.
especially now with the WWE, we're actually looking at a lot of athletes to bring in, like ex-athletes, obviously in America, but we're doing the same thing in Australia now. I know they've got their eyes down here and looking at these guys who are just in great shape and have a great personality, and I think the Panthers boys are a lot like that, where they're not just athletes, they're personalities. Like you pay attention to what they're saying.
What do you love about doing this?
There's no other feeling better than walking out in front of 15,000 people, and for me personally, booing me. There is nothing better than when I'm in
Really?
and you have the kids booing you, you have grandma booing me, and I get to say the most horrendous things possible.
Wow,
like I get to take away all the fun that they're having. But there's no other feeling, especially like the adrenaline rush you get from like even getting punched in the face, punching someone else in the face. And I know elimination in Perth, like getting to do it in front of my friends and family and 45,000 Aussies is going to be a wild feeling. And then I'm going to drink some beer out of a shoe and it's going to be a beautiful
We do need to let you go, though, because you're on the big press tour ahead of the massive
Busy day over here.
Yeah, absolutely. You're both taking part in the WWE Elimination Chamber in Perth next month, Saturday, February the 23rd. It's WWE's first event in Australia since 2018 and the only premium live event in the Asia Pacific region this year. WWE stars LA Knight and Grayson Waller. Boys, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.